1-1 through 1 on Hockey Fights Cancer Night. It's great to be with you from KeyBank Center as Dylan Cousins has got his first of the year, providing Buffalo the offense. Now they'll go on the penalty kill in period number 2. Familiar face here on Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Dr. Renier Brentjens from Roswell Park. How are you? It's great to see you again.
It's great to see you.
It's awesome to see you. Just so you know, Duffer made a prediction this afternoon on Sabres Live. He said Dylan Cousins going to score tonight because he scored against the Islanders on a breakaway in overtime in the same type of setting, so he knew it was going to happen. So you can ask him anything. Make another prediction. You can ask him anything.
You know, I still remember growing up, the Islanders were the worst team. Billy Smith.
Oh, yeah. Talk to Lindy Ruff about that.
You sound like Danny Gare and Lindy Ruff.
Danny Gare, I mean, just for God's sakes, for the sake of cancer,
yes,
I want us to beat the Islanders.
Yes, as you know, we have had wonderful opportunities for visits over at Roswell, for learning. For me, the other day, getting to sit down with Dr. Johnson and just be in your lab, actually, I believe. So tell us a little more about that and just where you're seeing all this progress right now.
Well, you know, one of the great things about an institution like Roswell, besides the fact that it's really a gem in Western New York, and I'm so proud to be part of an institution that does so much good, but it is really a special place, and I've been to other and worked at other cancer centers. It has the right agility and size to really be able to introduce new types of therapy that we can then provide for our patients. And obviously in Western New York, but we really hope that in the next few years, well beyond that geographical limitation. So we're very excited about that.
When I retired 10 years ago, my equipment looked nothing like what the goalies were now. Like the upgrades in 10 years is multiplied like 100 times, right? In goalie equipment. I have to say in the lab, for you, it's the same thing. How is the equipment different from 10 years ago to now to make those discoveries?
I don't know what half of those machines do. I know how much they cost. I have no idea what they do. I have people for that. No, if you look at yes, what we are capable of doing now, for years when I was initially as a young scientist, we spent a lot of time learning about how cancer avoids us being able to treat it. Now we've kind of crossed over a tipping point, and the amount of data that we have in understanding cancers is just incredible. If I think back to my early years, and again, the other aspect of it is that we made a dedication, Dr. Johnson, myself, that we are going to be a premier center for cell therapy, a type of immune-based therapy for cancer. And in the 3 years that I've been here, we have now built the largest facility to allow for that, not just in New York State, but in the country. And I still need to check this. I think we have the biggest facility of any institution, any academic institution in the world. So it is such an immense, exciting experience to be part of something that we're growing here.
In a short way, an easy to digest kind of way for our audience, like, how do you describe cell therapy and where it's headed, and because of what your efforts?
Right. So what we do is your immune cells that fight infection, that fight viruses and bacteria and what have you, for a multitude of reasons, which I could wax poetic about for many hours, don't recognize cancer cells. And so what we do at Roswell is we take those immune cells out, we genetically re-educate them to recognize cancer cells, and then we infuse them back. And this is work that we've been working on for many years. There are 6 different FDA-approved drugs, and our goal is to move this technology beyond blood cancers, leukemias, and lymphomas, where it's already FDA-approved, and help our people with metastatic colon cancer, breast cancer, ovarian cancer. And we're really at a precipice of being able to do that. And it's support from the NHL. It's Hockey Fights Canada, Hockey Fights Cancer, not Canada. Hockey Fights Cancer.
Hockey Fights Canada often too, but yes.
That's what allows us to actually move this technology forward. There's a lot of intellect, there's a lot of insight, there's a lot of research that goes on. All of that, unfortunately, costs money, but fortunately, we're in Western New York, and we happen to be in one of the greatest towns when it comes to supporting our local institutions. And so that was one of the top reasons to come back to Buffalo.
We're seeing it tonight, Duffer, right?
Yes,
With
we are.
everybody here, so
Yeah,
it's awesome.
we certainly are. Thank you again for joining us here on a fourth Hockey Fights Cancer night. For
And
you.
he's got
always my pleasure.
like a cheering crew with him. I love that. Everybody's here.
My brother Matt's here. My son Jan's here.
Let's
Matt
go
asked me to give him a
Buffalo.
shout out.
Yeah.
It's like what we said in the pregame. We're all in it together.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.